let me drive out like a gangster. Hit my motherfucking car, spaz out on your ass. That's why I hold you. Anyway, plug my phone. Let me speak my mind real quick on this topic. And I don't need a bunch of people in here. Let me explain something to y'all, man. Hold on. Make sure I turn this down. So let me explain something to y'all, man. While we in traffic, let me move this cup out of the way. I'm done with this shit. Let me drink the rest of this coffee up. Are we done with that? So they want to take two rappers, two drill rappers off a Summer Jam show. Not because of the content of their music, not because of their affiliation through gangs, not because of who they are, because of what they support and who they support. Ain't that contradictive? That's contradicting themselves. Very contradictory. So because they support Trump, that is the only reason they want them removed from Summer Jam. So you don't want them to have you don't want them to make money. You don't want them to eat. You want them to not be able to have an opportunity to make $1 because they support a political party. So if they said they endorse Biden, y'all will be okay with that? That actually is a part of incarcerating black people in the past? It's okay to support that? Because Trump didn't incarcerate a bunch of black people back in the day. I'm just trying to figure out, now I don't really give a fuck about none of this political shit, to just be honest with you. I do think it's kind of awkward and weird, but I don't really care. Like, I'm not really tripping off this shit. I am tripping off the fact that all these people getting all this money and the IRS can't give me my $7,500 check. But that's neither here nor there. Why are we worried about two rappers that support this guy and you ain't trying to take them off the Summer Jam screen because of what they talk about? This industry ain't shit. These DJs ain't shit. These talking heads ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. Like, you want to take food out of nigga mouth and money out of nigga pocket because they support Trump? Just because. Yeah, but you don't say, the DJs don't say nothing about the music that they produce. They don't say nothing about that. They don't say nothing about the community that you sit around. From the Bronx to Manhattan to Queens to Brooklyn to Staten Island, you say nothing. But because they support Trump, we can't let them eat. I want y'all to think about that. That's all I want to say. That's all I got time to say. I'm in traffic going to another account. Busy because, well, I'm on the clock too. So I don't care about being in traffic. What's my ETA anyway? 25 minutes, 8:40. This is Boston traffic, ladies and gentlemen. T-Ware, what up? This is Boston traffic. I want to repeat before I go. They want to take Sheff G and Sleepy Hollow, two rappers from New York, who are drill rappers. They want to take them on Summer Jam because they endorse Trump. The only reason they say this because of their endorsement of Trump, not because of their content, because their content is very vulgar. It's not for children. Let's put it that way. They don't have any problem with the content they produce. They don't have any problem with the gang affiliations they are part of. But it is okay for that. And they could be on the Summer Jam and get paid and eat and do what they want to do. But as soon as they endorse Trump, we got to get them off Summer Jam. Welcome to the industry, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. Remember what I said. And I love throwing R. Kelly in the mix. Remember in the beginning, when the tapes came out in 2002, 2001, around that time, R. Kelly was able to make a bunch of albums, go on a bunch of tours, make a lot of money, millions, and sell millions of records until they got tired of him. Then they said, oh, he's a monster. But remember, he's been a monster. Look at how contradictory the industry is when it comes down to Kendrick and Drake. You notice that not one person, I'm supposed to do this for another video. I meant to talk about this another time, but I'll be too busy. I don't got time for this shit. So I'm just going to get it off my chest now. I think it's kind of funny how Drake and Kendrick have been doing their back and forth. Kendrick is the one that been putting out pedophile allegations toward Drake. Not one person that had an opinion said nothing about, yeah, it is kind of funny how Drake was doing X, Y, and Z with this one girl on stage, and these are questionable allegations. You know what they call it? Gossip, slander. This is a ridiculous. This is bad for hip hop. And Kendrick said some weird things, and they both said damaging things toward each other. This is not what hip hop is supposed to be about. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all was talking about Hit 'Em Up being the greatest diss record. I want y'all to remember. Yeah, they said Hit 'Em Up was one of the greatest diss records labeled by hip hop in every category. Hit 'Em Up is at least top 3 in everybody's category, everybody's list. Does anybody know what was said in this record? Have y'all forgot? I'll try to get over right here. Boom. Okay, we good. The first words in the song was, "That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker." That's how the song started. And that's still to this day, an allegation that hasn't been proven. Faith has never came out and, bro, it ain't your, all right, it ain't your go. Make sure you go in the right lane. Now you going behind me. Yeah, I know. Because you know goddamn well you weren't going that way. Yeah. To this day, she has never admitted to doing anything with Pop. And that was what, 30-some years ago? How the fuck long ago? She ain't never admit to it. So it's still an allegation, right? We had him also talk about my folk make sure all y'all kids don't grow. Y'all know what that means? Does anybody know what that line means? I'm going to repeat it. My fofo make sure all y'all kids don't grow. Hey, we talking about that this is bad for hip hop? Drake and Kendrick? Kendrick is just stating the obvious that we see. Drake got a bunch of stories. Now, to correct Kendrick, he wouldn't be considered a pedophile. He'd be considered I think it's a hepophile or a hemophile. So there's a difference in 3 different categories based off the age range, right? So he's not a pedophile because he's not dealing with, prepubescent girls. So to be technical, I understand what he's trying to say. It ain't no such thing as tomato here. The correct term would be hemophile or hepophile. I can't never figure out which one it is. I want to say it's a hemophile in most cases, but some of those particular stories, because there's multiple stories about Drake and underage girls. So that's why you say Drake, I heard you like them young. You better not go to cell block 1. Things of that nature. Sick man with sick thoughts, things like that. So my thing is, why is it considered gossip now? Why ain't nobody jumping out to defend Drake? And last time I checked, if you ain't jumping out to defend Drake, you might be right. After all, he is a top hat mixed with a black guy. So he's quote unquote black in top hat. Because remember I told y'all, see, Lucian takes care of him because he's one of the chosen ones. But y'all never listen to me. See, those who have been watching me for 6 years, if you don't believe me now. Notice nobody's defending him and everybody's against him, but they make it out to be like this is an equity war. Some of these people can't even say what they want to say. That's why when they say That's why Rick Ross saying calling him a white boy, because he can't call him a top hat. He can't say that. Rick Ross will no longer have a career, and they probably take his house from him. But they're tired of him and his acting ass, because he ain't real. They know it. Future know it. Future know it. Metro know it. Kendrick know it. J. Cole know it. Everybody knows this shit. And academics just said that it's somebody close to him that don't like him either, that's cool with him, that has made recent hit records, but he won't say the name. Now people, majority of the people in the comment section think it's Travis. They think it's him. Majority of the people think it's Travis. Some people saying 21 Savage. I don't think he made a whole bunch of hits with Travis. I don't know. So I don't know who it could be. But it's somebody right now that pretends to like him that really don't like him. Kanye don't like him either. Like, it's a lot of people that don't like. When you last time I checked, they said, I was told, oh, a lot of people don't like you. You might be the problem. Why ain't nobody said that about Drake? Lele, what up? Why ain't nobody never said that about Drake? A lot of people don't like you. You might be the problem. But since it's 20-on-1, the industry just against him, and he's just a good guy, and he's so great. No, remember? See, he been exposed over and over and over and over and over for not even writing his own music, not even making his own music, not being the guy that's supposed to be so talented in the first place. And with all of that help, he still ain't that great as a lyricist anyway. And he never said nothing about black people, so-called black people, never talked about the black fight, never talked about the black struggle. He don't got nothing to say about shit. I don't give a fuck about how much money you donate to Black Lives Matter, because we know who Black Lives Matter really is anyway. I ain't seen you show up, I ain't seen you show up in no motherfucking hood and give out no money. You won't even come do a show in Memphis. And people in Memphis still support your weird ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, don't get me wrong, I'm not acting like I don't like Drake. I like his music, but I call it what it is. Nigga, you ain't that talented though. And just because you ain't that talented don't mean I don't like your music. You're just not that special. You're not. Hell, NBA Youngboy ain't that special. I listen to NBA Youngboy. I don't like 21 Savage that much, but I can listen to a few songs. Migos is not that damn talented. I'll listen to the Migos. I'll just call it for what it is, man. He ain't never came to Memphis to do a show. He canceled at least 5 of them. He won't come to Memphis to do a show. I always talking about Memphis. Shelby Drive, Look Alive, and Memphis this, Memphis that. I don't even remember the last time he said Memphis, to be honest with you. He talk about Houston all the time. See, a long time ago, Sauce Walker dissed him. See, we've been paying attention. See, we've been paying attention to the fact of all the different shit he been doing, stealing from fucking West Side Gun. Because, naming his album Scorpion, like Scorpion in the Scale, because that's Griselda's logo. Been that logo before 2018. He been stealing shit on the low. Trying to do art for your album covers and shit like West Side Gun do for Griselda. Pain, the pain with the nothing was the same shit. Come on, like, see, real hip-hop heads that listen to everybody else, we know Drake a copycat. Stealing dances, Billionaire Black, he's stealing shit from Lil J, stealing shit from Chicago, stealing shit from the Bay, stealing shit from Memphis, stealing shit from New York, stealing shit from Chicago, stealing shit from everywhere. Texas, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man, we've been watching this shit. Yeah, Atlanta, he like Kendrick pointed out. You've been using dudes for the benefit of being relevant. And you 37, and like he said, like people said, he still trying to appeal to the young crowd. That's why Kendrick is not considered for the young crowd, because he ain't finna appeal for the young people. He's growing up. Young Jeezy don't appeal to the young people no more because he's growing up. Jay-Z don't appeal to the young people because he's growing up. Nas does not appeal to the young people because he's growing up. And if you pay attention, J. Cole does not appeal to the young people because he's growing up too. Haven't y'all figured out of all these niggas approaching 40, the only one trying to be relevant to young people is who? Let me make this thing right here. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all something real quick. There you go. See, that's how you get in here. That's how you get in here. See, there you go. See how I did that? Who ain't growing up? Drake. Drake is the only one approaching 40 that hasn't grown up. Even Future kind of grew up a little bit with his sound and how he produces content a little bit. And Future's 40. Ross is 50. But some of these dudes that actually grew up, they actually got stories to talk about. But I tell you, I'm going to leave y'all with this enough for to go because I didn't want to talk about Drake. I wanted to do that for a separate video a long time ago, but I'll be busy. I'm going to leave y'all with something. I'm probably going to retitle this shit too. I want y'all to think about all you people who claim to be pro-black. I want y'all to just hold this fucking L for a second. If you're a Drake fan, only if you're a Drake fan, I want y'all to pay attention to something. Kendrick is one of the MCs who's actually speak up for so-called black issues and black problems, and he's gotten awards for it. All right, he's been praised for it. He hasn't been fake about it. None of that. You can talk about his wife. His wife is not fucking white. All right, if anything, she's 25% white because her mother's mixed. Her daddy's black. So we're gonna end that discussion because according to y'all, she would be black even if she was biracial. Last time I checked. But I digress. So let's continue. So that doesn't make him less black. However, if J. Cole is half white and he's considered black, we're gonna end that discussion. That's why I said in comparison, you call J. Cole black, his wife is black over here with Kendrick. Anywho, let's continue. So with that being said, Drake wrote the line, said, and I quote, he over there rapping like he trying to get the slaves freed. So when Kendrick doubled down and told you he doubled down calling us some slaves and then broke down why he was a colonizer, talking about all the artists from Atlanta that he's ripped off and became relevant due to these people and called him a colonizer. But why are y'all still Drake fans after he just insulted the fact that he over there trying to get the slaves free? See, remember I told you, people who grew, and if you go back and do your research about Drake, he grew up in a Jewish community. He don't know shit about black issues. He didn't grow up in that community. He has no idea. He was crying to his mom at 19, I want to say he was 19 or 18, crying to his mom about a sandwich. He grew up in a Jewish community and went to a private school. He knows nothing. He grew up around his I'm saying it. Fuck, I don't give a fuck if I get a strike. They already taken one of my videos from 4 years ago. I'll talk about that another time. I got that email this morning. Fuck them. Anyway, he grew up in a Jewish community. He knows nothing about being half black, yet alone his other side. That's why Kendrick said, nigga, you don't know which family to love you. You confused. That's why people gotta really listen to what Kendrick's saying and then listen to what Drake's saying. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm gonna call it down the middle and say who has the best lyrical content. I'm not gonna say Family Business wasn't tough, but I am gonna say that Meet the Grams was brutal. I didn't say, I never will, and I would never say Family Matters was whack. It was good. It was a good ass, a damn good diss record. Lyrically, it was good. I'm never gonna say it wasn't good. That's the point. Hold on, y'all. Never gonna say that. What people were saying, oh, Beat the Grams was whack. I'm like, bro, if you saying that, bro, something wrong with you. You're not being honest. So I gotta be honest about Family Matters, but you gotta lie about Kendrick shit. Bro, Kendrick shit was brutal. Like, that shit's probably one of the greatest diss records because it's the way he told the story meant a lot. His position and how he presented it, delivery wise, all of that, style wise. he made you believe it. He painted the picture so vivid. How he talked, how he spoke. Drake ain't got none of that in him. And remember, if you drop a diss record and it has like a certain type of bounce to it, people are gonna start thinking, yeah, this is groovy, bouncing their head. They're not really listening to what the fuck you saying. We all know this. Not really listening to what you talking about. And it takes away what the diss record really is about. Don't get me wrong, 3 of those beats was dope. Yes, correct. But over here, we gotta call out them pro-black people talking about he trying to get the slaves free, and y'all didn't call him out on that. Y'all gotta call him out on that. Last time I checked, was it y'all fucking with Mulatto when she was calling herself Mulatto? Remember that? And then she changed her name to Lotto, and then y'all start calling her black all over again. Remember that? Remember that? Y'all forgot? Let me see if this motherfucking thing on. Y'all forgot that? I ain't forgot that shit at all. Remember, y'all the one that start calling who's black and who's white, and if they certain mixed people, certain mixed people ain't black because they didn't grow up and they don't understand the black struggle. Drake know nothing about that, not even a little bit, and that's why he don't talk about black issues. That's why he ain't never had a song about police brutality. He ain't never mentioned it. Find a line where Drake talked about police brutality. I'll wait. Somebody give it to me. Give it to me where Drake spoke about police brutality. We'll just start there. The biggest selling rapper in the industry ain't never spoke about police brutality one time. You know who has? J. Cole has. The Mix nigga. Yes. The Mix guy has on multiple occasions. You know who else has? God rest his soul. Mac Miller. And he ain't even half black. And he's a Jew. Died one. Rest in peace to the homie. He has. Why Jack has it? Oops. Now, before I go, this has nothing to do with the fact that Drake don't have good music. He does. But how authentic is he? That's the question. You know, motherfuckers can live their lives actors and pretend to be great MCs and great rappers and great writers. And yeah, y'all can talk all this shit about, well, Lil Wayne and Nicki never said that he couldn't write. And what about when Jay-Z was working with him, he never said he couldn't write. Listen, we're in an era where people said fucking verses over the internet. You don't sit in the studio. All these people don't be sitting in the studio writing and recording like back in the day, where Styles P told the it wasn't Styles P that told that story. Who told that story? I want to say who told this story? I forgot who told the story about. I want to say it was Guru. It was somebody. It wasn't Jadakiss. Sheik told the story about when Jay-Z needed Styles P and the Locks to come do their verse, and they had just landed off the airplane in New York, and he said, man, I need y'all to come like now. Can y'all come through right now? And Jada was like tired, and Styles was tired. And when he got on the mic, they came to the studio. This was an era where you couldn't use the internet to send a record because there was no MP3s yet. So they came to the studio and recorded. And what happened was Styles was dissing Jay-Z on the record subliminally, like, I don't give a fuck who you are. Fuck if you know the song Reservoir Dogs, right, with Beatty Siegel and Jet the Locks and Jay-Z and Sauce Money. If you remember, if you know hip-hop, you know Volume 2, Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life. Anyway, so this was an era where shit was happening and we didn't know back then, but to hear these stories today is very monumental. To hear like, oh shit, Styles was dissing Jay-Z. We didn't even know this. You see what I'm saying? But it's good to hear these stories. A lot of these stories you hear from, like, you know, about Pac and all this other shit. So I'm gonna leave it with that, man. Drake don't be in the studio with these people like that. That's why when Eminem had Kendrick in the studio, he wanted everybody to leave, and he wanted to be in the studio with him by himself, and wanted to see if he could write. Eminem ain't got that story about Drake. I'm gonna leave it at that. Pretty girls to the dance floor, ugly girls to the dance. Shit, my bad. I said my own shit wrong. It's been a while since I said it. Pretty girls to the dance floor, ugly girls to the parking lot. Gone.